Deal or No Deal is on and popping. Hey, Liam, what's up? Little L Official Edits. How are you doing? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. You guys, as you please come in, double tap that screen for me. Please, please, please. Double tap that screen, screen, screen. Okay. Please, please, please. Tell me you're going to. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. I meant, um, oh, okay, I got no problem. Hey, Boshi, how you doing? Hey, hello, everyone. Like the stream. Thank you, Boshi. Thank you for coming in and saying that. I appreciate you. Um, you said it's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, 2 a.m. Wow. Well, I'll probably be 2 a.m. I'm pretty sure I'll be walking early this morning or early tomorrow morning. Thank y'all so much. As you guys come in again, double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. A lot of people going live later on tonight. That's cool. Go to sleep at Liam. Saying go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, sleep, sleep. But Liam probably doesn't want to go to sleep. You guys, I'm gonna pull up. He will be fired. Now Jennifer Lopez ain't no powerhouse vocalist, but she is not tone deaf. Little L Official Edit said my sisters and mom are still awake because my little sister is having chicken pox. She got chicken pox? Oh my gosh. Ooh. I have not actually looked at the trial myself yet. Things keep kicking off over here. Little L Official Edit says I'm gonna try to sleep in a few minutes. So okay, no problem. Yeah, get rest though. Seriously, get some rest. So here is, okay, you can use Chat GPT and all the other stuff, but the transcripts are actually not free to the public at the moment. Thank you, Timothy, for sending a star. I appreciate that. Don't call me Little L Official. Call me Liam. Little L Official Edits. That is your channel name, Liam. So I suggest you change it then. Okay. So Liam, let me break it down for you. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off of it, okay? Because I feel like I be throwing too many gems out there and y'all ain't paying for this, okay? But your channel name, okay, the title, your channel name, okay, your name, all right, like mine is, it's a Terrence kind of thing. If I'm popping into people's channels and stuff, whatever, of course, I'm a little bit bigger YouTuber than you. People are going to call me Terrence. But I would want them to pierce. Listen. This is a teaching moment for everybody out there. You would want them to make sure that you've pierced your channel name in their noggin, okay? Liam. I'm gonna type Liam in YouTube. There's a lot of limbs, that's gonna pop up. Your channel name is you, bro. So when I say Little L Official Edits, this is not a ding towards you. Your channel name can be Sucking Balls or whatever. Not you, Liam. I'm just saying anybody. You would want them to put Sucking Balls. It's you. It is your brand. Okay. So I know that you're Liam, but a lot of people can know that you're Liam and stuff, whatever. But if you weren't a content creator, it would be maybe a different story. Like Boshi, you know what I'm saying? Like I barely say Boshi24, but Boshi's not a content creator. You're a content creator, bro. Hone in, focus in, and this will behoove you, bro. Honest to God, don't be offended by that and stuff. Like embrace that. I've had to tell so many people, loving me, Tracy Anderson, a lot of people who are now monetized and probably making more money than I am every month. So it's not a ding. So, but I suggest you put your name to what you want, far as people calling you. Like I know, like Lynn, like when It Is Chantel comes in, her name is Lynn. But It Is Chantel is a channel name. You want people to remember your name, so when they go to look for you in these on their devices, it pops up. They're like, oh yeah, that was the individual that was in the chat. Is everybody following everybody? Okay, all right. So moving on from that. Okay, now we're gonna get back onto this case. Mostly, I don't really have an opinion on the 35 years personally, but I do think there must be consequence for a life lost. Boshi. Okay, I'm gonna say this. What Karmelo Anthony was guilty of was bringing a knife. Okay, he brought a knife to that event, which is like a school function, which obviously it was like a track meet or whatever and stuff. But he actually bought a knife to that function. That is what he was guilty of, in my opinion. Okay, he's not guilty of actually stabbing from what he claims is self-defense. He was pushed, he was shoved. I know people say, well, if I was pushed, that's your ass. That's your ass. If somebody push you, somebody push me. I'm not just about to stab them. I'm going to punch the shit out of them. Probably strangle them a little bit. But I'm not going to shoot or stab them. I'm not. But I don't know what the next person would do. But hey, Terrence ain't going to find out because I'm not going to go out and push anybody. Okay, can we agree with that? Like at the end of the day, I know somebody said, well, Terrence, you're being harsh. Okay, it's two people. I keep saying this, two young adults that made terrible decisions, and one of them lost their lives. I keep thinking to myself, like, why was he ever? Why did Austin Metcalf ever push the dude? Like I'm so, like, you can't go around thinking that you can, even if it's not a bully situation. In my opinion, I feel like it really was. I feel like it was like a macho thing. You can't go around doing it to people. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people got this fuck around and find out mindset. Apparently so, Karmelo Anthony had that. And in the state of Texas also, y'all change y'all laws. Because you got this stand your ground crap. Well, why does stand your ground don't apply to Karmelo Anthony? Stand your ground ain't got nothing to do with you bringing a knife to that damn function. That was fucking wrong on him. If he was given 10 years right now because of the knife incident, I would shut the hell up. I wouldn't talk about this anymore. He was given 35 years because he stabbed this man in the chest, obviously, pierced his heart, but it was in self-defense. At the end of the day, people say, well, he could have just ran away, walked away. And stand your ground. Texas, Houston, Texas, Galveston, Texas, Seguin, Texas. They were in Frisco, Texas. I've been to all these places, College Station, Midland. I told y'all this. Stand your ground is a part of the entire state of Texas, meaning that you ain't got to retreat. You ain't got to run for cover and have somebody run after you. You can right it in there. You can do whatever means necessary. Use whatever type of force if you feel as though you're being if you feel as though you're being attacked and this is a self-defense thing, y'all, you can say that it's not or whatever. That is what the defense is claiming. And at the end of the day, I don't understand this. That's why people say, well, no, they ain't showing the footage or whatever, because it's, it's just going to show that he did do this. Okay, well, if he was such the aggressive, like even people on his side were saying, why not show these things? And stop this mess about, okay, oh, he's a black kid. That's how you know it's race, because a lot of white people in my comments keep talking about, oh, well, the video will show how young black boys are anyway. I was a young black kid playing tennis, kicking ass on the tennis court. I never sold drugs, never done drugs. I did do an edible that Keisha and my damn brother-in-law got me, and y'all know it had me. I thought I had wings. I was about to jump off the balcony. I'll never do an edible again. But real talk, like, why do I have to be put in that category? That's how you know racism exists. Thank you, Timothy, for that star. The Lion of the Tribe, Judah, Dr. Gupta, I don't know what that is. Boshi said, W. Timothy. Thank you again, Timothy. Boshi says 5 likes. I am Buddha Love. Hey, sup, Terrence. Hope you have a beautiful Saturday evening. Thank you so much. I am Buddha Love. I appreciate you. Little L Official Edit says, you know what I mean. I absolutely don't know what you mean, Liam. I don't. Sometimes I call you Liam, but your channel name is Little L Official Edits at the end of the day. Jet said, oh, hey, how you doing? I am Buddha Love says, got you on a tab while getting ready to go to sleep. I wake at 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, wow. That's what, I actually woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I was like full force. Like oh my gosh, I did some P90X here in the condo. I actually went walking. Okay, those of you who don't know that and stuff. And then I officially came back here and then got ready to walk again to the park. And that's where I played tennis and I walked around, did some shorts, went live earlier. I've done a lot of things, and I have to like wash some clothes, but I'll probably drive across town and, wash those clothes and then do some more videos and stuff. Sean77EO said, you support Trump. What's your main reason? Criminal Reform Act. Criminal Reform Act. Trump can sit up here and call people piglets and Eeyore and poo all damn day long. I give a rat's ass about that. Everybody and their mama that sit up here and call somebody some names. I don't care if you're a CEO. I don't care if you're a bum on the damn street. At the end of the day, nobody is perfect. But President Donald J. Trump, and you mark my damn word, I will continue to say this. His first term, this man went full force on that Criminal Reform Act, really because of what's happening right now with, in my opinion, with Karmelo Anthony and a lot of other black and brown people. They are given, in my opinion, not fair trials, too quick of a trial. Think about it. You look at all these criminal investigations and all these crazy things and stuff, whatever, online and whatever the case may be. It's people that have, I don't know, like to even bring something to, like, I guess to come to some type of understanding, it's like years and years and years and years and years, and they're free, and it's just they drag stuff out in the courts. This wasn't dragged out. I'm not trying to say, okay, well, it needs to be dragged out. At the end of the day, it needs to be fair. I don't find it fair. But the Criminal Reform Act, President Trump did just that. He revamped that act and saying that, okay, hey, you which really helped a lot of black and brown people, because I feel as though, I know for a fact, because my uncle wasn't given a fair trial and stuff and wound up in, so many years in prison just for selling drugs. And then you have somebody who has killed somebody. They happen to be white, just saying. And that white person probably killed somebody white, probably killed somebody black. But nonetheless, that individual who was white received less time than, say, my uncle did, than, say, a lot of people that are black and brown did. And President Trump, he came in and he revamped that, and I thank God for that. I thank God for President Trump. I really, really do, because y'all can sit up here and hate this man all day long. Now, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying y'all in general, but that man has really done a lot for the black and brown people, but for the USA, period. Has he done some bad things? Yes. Is he perfect? No. But are you perfect? Is your mama perfect? Your daddy perfect? Your cousin perfect? Nobody's perfect. But that is what, if you really want to look into it, because I don't want to really discuss that too much, because I'm gonna start talking, and then I won't be able to read the comments and stuff, and y'all gonna hate my ass for that. But definitely look into the Criminal Reform Act, linked to President Donald J. Trump. Man, you just said, man, you just taught me so much. Oh, thank you so much. Jettison, thank you. 850 GMM 7. Whoa, I just joined. What's going on? Hey, how you doing? What's going on is I'm asking you guys, do you believe that, if you have followed this story, do you believe that Carmelo Anthony was given a fair trial? Obviously, if you guys are popping in, it's a Terrence kind of thing, and I am Terrence. I personally feel as though he was not given a fair trial. This is not something where I'm trying to just get views and clickbait and all this mess. This is real life. I'm really discussing this, and I'm really concerned because I don't think that was fair. What I know for a fact, what he was guilty of, and I'm telling you guys, he's guilty. He's guilty of bringing a knife to an event that you were not allowed to do. Or let me just say, were allowed to bring. You shouldn't have brought that knife. So you can be found guilty from that. But far as the fact he's saying, okay, well, it's self-defense, I agree. Because if I'm going by the laws in Texas, stand your ground, and I want to make sure that I do read this. You say, yeah, pedo hat, okay, whatever you say, thank you so much. I knew I would get people to come in and be all disrespectful, but you guys, I'm not on here to be disrespectful. But y'all can come in, be disrespectful, but don't forget the damn double tap the screen. Both said not yet, little L. JJJ said crazy. What? Who's crazy? You calling me crazy? That makes sense. Janice, it makes a lot of sense. When you're talking about the names and stuff, absolutely. Little L official editor said, yeah, it's my brand, but I like it when people I know better just call me Liam. Liam, I call you Liam sometimes. Sometimes I call you your channel name. Like, I don't understand. I know you probably be gone now, but I don't understand. Like, why would you even be complaining about that? I don't get it. Like, I know that you're Liam. Do you want to grow on here, or do you want to just be mediocre? Or if you are here, or if you're watching the replay, answer that for me. Do you want to grow, or do you want to be mediocre? You want to actually make money? You want to actually become someone? You think? Yeah, people say speed, but I show speed like that. Like that's his name. That's his brand. And he has gotten bigger to the point where now, yeah, people can just say speed. Castanet. At the end of the day, like I would have to say, like, okay, well, that's his actual channel name. At the end of the day, I just feel as though like it would behoove people to understand that this is going to build you. When people keep that, as they keep calling your channel name, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, well, who was that person? Oh, okay, well, it was Tracy, but love me, Tracy Anderson. So let me log this in. She pops up. The more people, I'm telling you, the more exposure you get, the bigger you will become. And that is not coming from Terrence. That's coming from Casanat. That's coming from I Show Speed. That's coming from Chelsea Lynn. That's coming from, oh my gosh, Shivi. That's coming from Latrice Allen. That's coming from Peach McIntyre. Peach McIntyre, her brand is Peach McIntyre. So her channel name is Peach McIntyre. Okay. Boshi says, yeah, exactly. If I call you Liam at nobody will know who I'm talking to. You're a sellout. Thank you so much. What's up, Liam? Like the stream, everyone. Thank you. Also, thank you again for sharing my song T. Absolutely. Mel said, no, that's called disparity of force. It's a real legal thing. Okay, hold on 1 second. Disparity of force. In the context of self-defense and law, disparity of force is a legal doctrine established that a severe imbalance in physical ability, size, numbers, or technical advantage makes an unarmed attacker's threat equivalent to a deadly weapon, legally justifying a proportional, potentially lethal response. Being attacked by multiple assailants, which dramatically increases the risk of being severely injured or killed. Okay, let me just say this. That disparity of force should be thrown out. And I'm going to say this. because of the situation. Yes, he stabbed Austin Metcalf, but wasn't his twin brother there? Wasn't it other people there? Why can't I see this video? Like, I'm telling you guys, the video, and I will shut up, but I'm telling you, my right hand of God is in my spirit. I think that something is being hidden, something is being covered up. It does not seem right. Forget this. Oh, we want to protect minors. We want to protect minors. We want to protect the jurors. We want to protect people. Protect. But you're sending this young black male to prison for 35 years because he stabbed and then it happened to kill, Austin when he basically he died at the hospital. He succumbed to his injuries, but there's other people there. It's funny that if you want to throw out that, let me put this out here. Batson's Law. The term Batson Law, formerly known as Batson Challenge or Batson Objection, refers to a legal rule established by the U.S. Supreme Court that prevents lawyers from dismissing potential jurors based on their race, ethnicity, or gender during jury selection. And that happened on this actual. That happened. Batson Law, literally. This is something that they should have been thinking about, but that happened. Like they went against the law, because why wouldn't you have any black people? Now, the first time I talked about this, I misspoke. I said all white. It was not all white. There were other races, but there weren't any blacks. Now, I did not misspeak. Now there were no blacks, and yes, potentially there could have been blacks, but they weren't selected. Because you just saying, oh well, because they're black, they were going to give him a not guilty verdict. Who knows? I mean, I've talked to some black people. They said, hell yeah, he's guilty all the way. I've talked to some whites. He's innocent. Why weren't there any blacks? You guys, it was not fair. Okay, from my opinion, it was not fair. But I get what you're saying with the disparity of force, but also look up Batson's Law, and then you tell me if it makes sense or not. Teresa says, hey, Teresa, happy Saturday, everyone. Have a blessed rest of the day. You as well, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you, Jed. Say happy Sunday. Thank you, Boshi. Almost 10 likes. I appreciate it. DH, dead niggers with bad takes as always, LOL. Okay, thank you so much for calling me a nigger. Little L official editor. Anyways, I'm gonna put on some hardcore and I'm gonna try to sleep. Okay. Anyways, bye. Mel says in a team designated area Karmelo was not supposed to be. It's murder. In a team designated area Karmelo was not supposed to be. It's murder. Okay. Boshi says, I understand everything you are saying, Terrence, but he killed someone. He killed someone. I know. Austin Metcalf is deceased now. You think I am proud of some? Boshi, I want you to really understand this. And I know, Boshi, I love the fact that we can talk about this and be civil. I save lives for a fucking living. I don't want anybody to be dead. I wish I could have found a cure for my mom and she wouldn't have passed of cancer. I don't like death. It's a part of life, but I know people say, well, Terrence, well, he was killed. People, it's sad to say, but yeah, potentially you get stabbed in the heart, you might just die. Why did it escalate to that point? I have absolutely no idea. But I'm just going by what I know is facts. He was shoved, he was pushed. Either way, Austin put his hands on him first. I know y'all say, well, that's just, he shouldn't have done that. We could keep talking about all this woulda, shoulda, coulda shit all day long. What was done was what he felt it was necessary, because he felt as though it was them attacking him. And when I say them, I really still believe like it was just more than Austin himself. And I'm just going by like a sibling standpoint. My sister, somebody try to harm them. Oh, I don't care who you are. You can be 200-pound female, male, I don't know, a damn orangutan, we gonna go in. Because that's just how we were raised. It doesn't make sense. And also, let me just put it like this. If he was just such a criminal and such a killer and horrible, why wouldn't, okay, I stabbed you, now I'm gonna stab you, now I'm gonna stab you. It just doesn't make sense. But yes, he did kill. Yes, he did. But does that make you guilty? Because in my opinion, again, you're in Frisco, Texas, stand your ground. 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 Y'all, I don't think we're never gonna be able to agree with each other, okay? Stand your ground, Texas. Texas stand your ground law allows individuals to use reasonable force, including deadly force. I don't know why Texas would put that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm surprised. Why the hell it ain't more people killing people? Oh, she pushed me. I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna kill her. I mean, I'm just saying. But including deadly force in self-defense without a legal duty to retreat. Yo, it's right here. And so many white people have done this. So many white people have done this. And I'm being 100% and just walk out the courtroom. And some of those things have never even went to trial. Remind you, some of them have never even went to trial. Y'all Google it for yourself. And y'all, and I'm just saying, I've done a thesis on this. I know what I'm talking about far as stand your ground. Because it scares the hell out of me. It does. My mom, we grew up in a household, my mom couldn't stand guns. But Keisha Joseph, we were all shooting and stuff and hunting with our father and grandparent. My dad's father and stuff, but my mom never owned a gun, never liked the guns. She couldn't stand them. She couldn't stand them. So all I'm saying is, it's like, just growing up, like my mom really, she not to say kept to shelter, but she made sure we stay out of trouble, and we really like big deep trouble. We know how to walk away, y'all. We walk away, but under this law here, you don't even have to walk away. You don't have to retreat. So I just feel as though that's why I say racism plays a big part, because you can talk about, oh, it was deadly force, but the stand your ground says it includes deadly force. Whatever you feel as though is reasonable. Y'all, no two people are gonna think alike. No two people are gonna think alike. So like everybody is a little different. So I mean, Karmelo Anthony, in my opinion, he thought that, okay, that was the appropriate thing to do, because he felt as though, okay, well, I am defending myself. I feel threatened. I feel attacked because, okay, I was pushed. I was shoved. What's next? Y'all, I'm just saying, who knows? I don't, like I said, shoulda, coulda, woulda, who knows? But if he hadn't done that, would he be alive? Well, I mean, I'm sorry, would he be dead? And Austin be alive? So yes, of course, I wish these things never happened, but they did happen. So now we have to move on from that and focus on the next situation. Crafty Clark, LOL, not the edibles. I'm telling you, I will never have a fucking. Woo! I will never. Yep. Somebody can pay me $500. I will never have an edible again. Teresa, thank you for that 100. I saw that. Thank you. Say it loud. Are you able to go to MAGA for the 4th of July? Well, the 4th of July, I will be. Pray to God, I'll be in Mississippi with my family. But then I don't know, because the 4th, isn't the 4th on a Saturday? Well, I might be driving back on the 4th of July because I gotta be back at work for the 6th, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me see. Hold on one second. Yeah, 4th of July is Saturday. The 5th is Sunday. The 6th is Monday. I gotta be at work on the 6th, July 6th. So it's kind of crazy and stuff. I'm pushed for time. I had just got off the phone talking to Keisha about that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drive there, and I'm in Florida. I'm gonna drive to Mississippi. I'm gonna do this and do this and do that, but I gotta be back here. Mel said it was fair it was fair. You just disagree with the verdict. He had no defense for his actions. It was not fair. I don't. Okay, of course I disagree with the verdict, but it wasn't fair. Let me tell y'all. Okay, I want y'all to be. I want people to understand what I'm saying. Like, say if this was an actual, like, okay, thought out trial, and he actually had an attorney in a defense to actually defend him, which in my opinion he didn't. Because I feel like, look, this is all speculation on my part, but somebody was paid something. You got his own. You got. I guess in a sense, you have his own, like, the people that you would think would support him are saying, okay, no, he was the aggressor. So y'all realize, like, this is something that has happened many years. They scare the people they scare those witnesses. They scare people. Like, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I would like to see the video because I feel like it will show some things that, maybe could be better, and it will show something and you can explain it, and you can understand the explanation a lot better, or the situation. That's all I want to. That's what I want to. That's what I want to, like. I want revealed, and I don't see it. I don't see anything. And people say, well, it's probably no phone, nothing. It's no phone videos or recording because it was so fast, y'all. Somebody out there got something. And I don't know why. It's just, I feel like things are being covered up. It just doesn't make sense. But also, Mel, what I'm saying is, hell, what if it's a fair trial? I feel like it's a fair trial and he was given 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, how do you even give him anything if it's not a fair trial? How do you do that? Because in my opinion, if he's saying it's self-defense and then you have the Texas stand your ground to back that up, y'all, everybody is breaking the law now. The justice system itself is a joke now because he did, y'all. Did Karmelo Anthony walk up and just stab the fucking man? Because if I'm not mistaken, that's what the black guy did to the white woman on the damn subway. That motherfucker need to be under the prison. Okay? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, or some of y'all, and I'm trying to convey, I'm trying to get it through. He wasn't just walking around stabbing people. You got a guy who's sitting up here, wake up and let me just go get my machine gun and just, like, start shooting people in the parking lot. That was not, oh gosh, y'all, it's just so irritating because it's like we're never gonna understand all the whys or whatever the case may be, but I know a life was lost and it's devastating. It is. Like, I'm not saying that I don't care about Austin. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that none of that should have ever happened, but because it did, the Texas Stand Your Ground law, I mean, it should support Karmelo Anthony 100% because he did it in self-defense. Thank you again, Teresa, for the 100. Are you mentally disabled? Not a fair trial and doesn't deserve 35 years? Absolutely. And maybe I am mentally disabled and stuff, whatever. I have eaten my shit. I ate my shit when I was 5 years old. So I know a lot of mental people eat their shit, but I did it by accident because I was watching, Mrs. Frizzle, okay, class, today we're going to go outside of Ralphie's asshole. I was watching the Magic School Bus, and then I went, I was eating my bag of Funyuns. I love Funyuns to this day. I haven't had any, though. They need to make some low-carb Funyuns. But I was eating my damn bag of Funyuns, and then I just went back digging for gold. I'm 5 years old. I'm digging and stuff. Apparently, went back, didn't look at my hand, had shit, on my fingers, and the shit ended up being on the damn Funyun, and I ate my shit. And it tasted like sour cream, onion rings, and the shit, But I don't know. Maybe I'm a little crazy. Deserved time, not 35 years. Hypno Trike Freak Caramel. Yes. Mel says, name a reason it was not fair. If there was misconduct, you could file mistrial. There is no mistrial or even change of venue. It wasn't. Okay, y'all, you got to understand. It should have been black people on that damn jury, even if it had just been two. It should have been black people on that jury. Why was it more whites than any other race? And why did they not abide by the Batson law, which says, hey, you just can't let jurors go because okay, they're black. What is it? Would you think that because if you would have selected those black people, that they would have definitely given him a not guilty verdict? Because that may not have been the case. If Let me just say this, I probably wouldn't be talking so much if I knew for a fact there were black people on the jury, and if I could see what they saw, what the jury saw as far as the video, if I could see that as well, because this is a high profile situation. So there's really no cameras, nobody's really allowed. You don't really know things. I just feel like it's all a cover up. Tokens get spent. Thank you so much. Boone says all white jury, not a jury of his peers. It was not an all white jury, Boone. It wasn't. It wasn't an all white jury. It was majority of white people, but there was no black. There were no blacks. And there was testimony from witnesses that should have been struck. Boshi says if he is guilty of bringing the knife, is he not also guilty of using the knife, defensively or not? Boshi, that's not making sense. I'm sorry. You can't, like, okay, we know he used a knife. We know Austin died. Okay, but if in regards to stand your ground, which is a Texas actual law, and he says I'm doing this out of self-defense, how can he be guilty if the fact that, okay, if anything, like, okay, if you're saying he's guilty because he did it, okay, yeah, he did it, but Texas, I don't understand like why people aren't getting this. Texas stand your ground says if you find it, okay, in like in all your heart reasonable with deadly force, even that you are being attacked. Okay, I'm not just making this stuff up, but there was a thing where, okay, the husband was found innocent, which in my opinion, I mean, he's innocent. His wife, okay, his wife was, and they had no previous situations or whatever and stuff running with the law, but he ended up shooting his wife because, which is kind of crazy and stuff, but she was supposed to be on a business trip. She ends up coming back home. He's like, somebody's breaking into my home. She didn't give him a heads up or anything and stuff, whatever. He was, PTSD from the war. All I'm saying, that's what his defense team, all of them came up with. He was found not guilty. Because he claimed, okay, well, I thought that a intruder was coming into my home. I felt the need to defend myself. And he said, okay, the first thing he thought of was, okay, shoot. And he shot her. And people were saying, well, he shot her because he ended up marrying a year after her and blah, 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 blah. Y'all, we can do all this shoulda, coulda, woulda, but why wouldn't you let your spouse know, hey, I'm coming home, or blah, 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 or the trip cancel? She's supposed to be in another state. I mean, that is frightening. And also it was late. This was not like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She knew he was at home. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know. It was such a horrible case because, again, someone lost their life and then they had beautiful children. But my point is, he's found not guilty due to the fact of he thought his life was in he thought his life was in jeopardy. He thought someone was going to break in and harm him, so he had to defend himself. It just happened to be his wife. Y'all, the fact of the matter is, yes, if you're going to say, well, was he guilty of shooting? Well, like, okay, he's guilty of shooting, but understand your ground. And the fact of the matter is, he thought, okay, he had to defend himself. What do you do, guys? I mean, we can't just make these things up. Okay, well, how can you defend yourself? We can't just, you can sit up here and write it. You can journal it down. You can get one of the, it's a Terrence kind of thing, the notebook of possibilities if you want to from my, my merchandise store. But you can jot it down all day long. The fact of the matter is, okay, he was defending himself. And it was horrible that someone died. I mean, this is horrible that someone did die. I wish that Austin would have lived. At the end of the day, in my opinion, it's self-defense. If it is wrong to start with, okay, Bochi, what I'm saying is, I promise you, I'm saying he is guilty of something. The something is bringing a knife to an event that he had no business. He had no business bringing that knife to the event, and that's how I look at it, because it is illegal. So give him what you can potentially give him. If we've already gone over this last night, but it's 2 to 10 years and up to 10,000 for it's 2 to 10 years in prison, and it's up to 10,000 far as fines. I don't know how it's so simple, such as the prosecution asking for opinions from witnesses, which is not allowed. Tokens get spent. Thank you so much, Dro Core. Thank you so much. I don't know, that's so weird for you to keep saying that. It was not all white, and you need to look up jury of his peers. It doesn't mean what you think it does. Male, I don't need to do shit but stay black and die. And then secondly, I didn't say it was all white. I said that the very first time before like my very first live stream speaking on this situation, and I corrected myself during that live stream. There are people that's in this live stream that can tell you that I did just that. And secondly, like at the end of the damn day, it needed to be black people in that damn jury. And if he was found guilty, then I would feel a little bit better. I'm just gonna keep it 100, but remind you that he went with the jury because he felt as if the judge didn't like him anyway. The judge is biased. Why didn't the judge put it down to manslaughter or criminal negligence homicide? Why do the first degree murder? It was an all-white jury. The only 3 black jurors were ejected by prosecutor. It was not all white though. It wasn't. No. It wasn't all white. Someone is dead. Someone is dead, and that's sad. Boshi says only Austin put hands on Karmelo. There is no explanation for me how a shove or push or whatever responded to with a knife to the chest. Boshi, I'm with you. Boshi, I understand what you're saying. I just wish it didn't happen. A weapon was used. Okay, he used a knife. And under Texas Stand Your Ground, y'all making this difficult though. Y'all making this difficult because I didn't make the fucking law. This is Texas law. Texas Stand Your Ground law allows individuals to use reasonable force, including deadly force, in self-defense without a legal duty to retreat. Okay, so someone pushed me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all like I'm finna run. We about to fight. I never go looking for a fight. My right hand to God. That's how my mama raised me. But a lot of talking and yapping or whatever, even if they probably spit on me or whatever, I'm gonna walk away. You can see how many Karens out here that have spit and yelling at some of the people and stuff. Some of the people being black folks. And they walking away, and the Karen still walking behind them. And then all of a sudden, remember Sharkeisha? How she slapped the hell out that damn woman? That was a Karen. Sharkeisha was minding her business. And so that woman put her hands on her. And Sharkeisha knocked the shit out of her. Now Sharkeisha just famous. This is like one of the most famous sounds. I'm just saying. I am not trying to make light of any of this. I know someone is dead. Okay, it's nothing funny about any of that. I keep telling y'all I save lives for a living. I do not understand why these things happen completely, but I must say, if I'm going by the law, he had every right to defend himself. He had no right to bring a knife. So I don't know. Like maybe y'all be saying, okay, this is Terrence, the hypocrisy of it all. This is so hypocritical. Like whatever, y'all. He broke the law by bringing the knife. Even if he had bought a gun or anything sharp, I mean, I'm gonna keep it to like a knife and a gun. But he bought a knife, so that's illegal because where he was at, there was no weapons allowed. Give him the guilty verdict on that. Get him for that, or he should be on trial for that. Not okay because he's claiming self-defense And I'm just saying that's something that Texas needs to figure out then, because y'all just can't be sitting up here because it's convenient for he black, so no, he can use that Texas stand your ground law, but then this white person can use it. I don't get that. I feel as though that I don't care black, white, green, purple. I feel as though people are not looking at the law, and this is the problem. This is the problem for me. It just doesn't make sense. Peter says, "Don't you think it's a conflict interest that the deceased kids that knew the judge?" Let me tell you this. He can know 1,000 judges. I have gotten that. I read upon that. I don't know how credible that is. I don't know. I'm okay. He can know the judge. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like at the end of the day, like okay, he can know the judge. He can know this, whatever. I mean, it would be a conflict of interest if you ask me. But all I'm saying is he is at the end of the day. This is complete racism, and what should have been thrown out is the fact that okay, manslaughter, negligence, or whatever the case may be, or definitely first-degree murder, thrown out because he defended himself. And according to this Texas Stand Your Ground law, why the hell is it not? Why is it not given to a 17-year-old at the time? First and foremost, he was 17 and Austin was 17. Why is it not given to him? When it is currently still given to so many other people that just doesn't happen to be black or brown. Alvin T. Walker says, "Hey, our brother. Hey, Alvin. Why do we always need black people on the jury? Miss S. Bunny, we always need every fucking race on a jury. Because in my opinion, for me, it appears less biased. I feel as though that's the fairest of the justice system as it can be. Why do you need all blacks and why do you need all whites? I'm not for all black. I'm not for all white. I am for, like I've said this many times, I am for a melting pot of different races, but it does need to include somebody black. And I'm just keeping it real. Y'all, some of y'all talk about the whole black people can't have this, and it's so hard, and it's this, but you don't want nobody black on the damn jury. You talk about how hard it is for us to get this, and we got to work so much harder. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm full out Republican. I think a lot of black people have some of the same privileges and have some of the same resources and the same can-do mindset. They just don't apply themselves. I applied my damn self. I applied myself. I'm not a statistic. I don't put myself in that category of, oh, it's the struggle. No, like, okay, it's hard for whites. It's hard for Mexicans. It's hard for a lot of different people. I'm just keeping it real. At the end of the day, we're talking about this trial, and it just happened to be in Frisco, Texas, that actually has a Texas Stand Your Ground law, and that was not fair. That what just happened to this young man. It's not fair. It would. Let me tell you this. If Austin had killed Karmelo Anthony, and Karmelo Anthony would have just lunged at him or shoved him, my right hand to God, and they would have said, okay, the stand your ground law doesn't abide to you, and that was a self-defense, and put him in jail for 35 years. That shit ain't never gonna happen. But I'd be like, I would be so upset. I'd be pissed off. I'm telling you guys, that's why I want to see the video. If the video, from my understanding, okay, you saying, okay, he's the aggressor. Is he aggressive because he's talking? Oh, that's what you mean? Oh, because, I have gotten them looks. Oh, the angry black man. Oh, the angry black man, because his voice. He's big and it's stern. Oh, he must gonna hurt somebody because he's black and he's angry now. The fuck? The 3 black jurors were disqualified by their own words. They admitted they couldn't be impartial. Okay, get more blacks, get more. Okay, or get more black people. You're welcome, Teresa. Are people still using that word really racist? Sharice, hey Sharice, Whitey said who's being hit? Deadly force is not warranted. Hey brother, even when I was a Trump supporter, I had enough self-awareness not to wear that hat. Astronomical, I'm gonna wear this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat proud. I actually have another hat coming. I wanted to put on the shirt, but I can't find it. Does your stand your ground work for a school event, Terrence? It works for so Boshi. This okay. So a school event, you can be at church, you can be at a family picnic, you can be at the strip club, throwing dollars, $5 bill, $1, but not no five because I mean I ain't got no money. It's gonna be singles. At the end of the day, if something were like that to pop off, somebody is trying to attack you, and you feel as though you feel as though your life is in jeopardy, so you must defend yourself. You can use whatever force, and we're only talking about Texas, which is stand your ground. There's other stand your grounds in the state in the country of the USA, but the particular state is Texas. I'm telling y'all, I immediately thought about this, and I'm like, I don't understand. Why isn't this not being taken seriously? Why? Did anyone else have a weapon? No. Okay. This thing where it's like, okay, unarmed. Okay. Okay. He's 83 pounds bigger. His brother is there. I'm sure you can see his brother. His brother's a little bit bigger. There's other people. At the end of the day, someone, in my opinion, the someone is Austin, who lunged at him, pushed him. He made contact with Karmelo. And Karmelo Anthony thought at that time in his heart that was the one thing that he could do. And at the end of the day, like, okay, I wish he wouldn't have fucked around and found out. I'm just keeping it real. I wish these things didn't happen. I wish they could just call each other crazy names, even racial slurs back and forth, and then an adult or a coach would have just came and broke them both up. An adult in the situation probably could have been even more stronger. But I can do all this, probably coulda, shoulda, woulda, all this, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen. This was a school function, Boshi. I'm well aware of that. It's a school function. Stand your ground. This applies in any location where a person is legally allowed to be, provided that they do not provoke the altercation and were not engaged in a criminal activity. At the end of the day, people can say, "Oh, well, he wasn't supposed to be there." At the end of the day, okay, he actually can be there. Okay. He wasn't, let me just say it because I'm tired of this mess where people say, well, no, he can't be there. Was he legally, okay, we're talking about legally, did he have a restraining order from Austin friends, from his brother? Like, y'all, let's be serious. I just feel like the defense should have argued this more. It's clear, it's plain as day, plain and simple. And then you talking about provoking. That the provoking mess is insensitive too, because okay, I can say, oh, go and hurt yourself or whatever, in which I never would say those things. But my deal about it is, if you hurt yourself, I'm so tired of the country in which I reside in, because it is so sad that people sit up here can bully people all day long, but then when that bully says some mess, and then say something were to happen, now the bully is in trouble. I mean, now if the bully can say all this mess to the victim. This is what I'm trying to say. The bully can sit up here and bully, but when the victim says, you know what, you go kill yourself, and then let's just say the bully killed himself. Oh my gosh, little Timothy was so sweet and never said anything to anybody, blah, blah, blah. No, that's a damn lie. Little Timmy bullied the hell out of people. Little Timmy did horrible things, and that victim, in my opinion, who was a victim to the bully and stood up and said, you know what, no, you go kill yourself. You hurt yourself. I don't know why we can't be accountable. Why can't accountability can go a long way. Without seeing the video, just like the jury, we know this case is going to cause friction in the division, and I hate it. Why is it always race? Miss S Bunny. I don't hate anything, but I highly dislike it, and it's just going to be this. It's because the reason being is I talked about Casey. I talked about that white young man who is, I don't know, in prison. Maybe he's out by now. Who knows? I don't know. But was given 10 years and was given a lighter, like, you talk about first degree murder versus manslaughter versus criminal negligence homicide. And that's what he was given. Why? Okay, because they say when it's criminal negligence, and this is what this means, it means it's okay, well, hey, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna use force, but I did not think that the person that I fought would die. That's just like if you fight somebody and they died of a heart attack, or if you stab somebody. That is what we consider criminal negligence homicide. You didn't mean for that person to die. You did mean to fight that person, but you know that person was gonna die. Y'all, the law is really, really crazy. I have studied some of it, but I'm telling you guys, it's scary out here. It is. Lord forbid I never come in contact with any of this. And Lord, if I do, I'm going to try to get the best attorney that I possibly can, At the end of the day, what I'm telling you guys is this was not fair, in my opinion. I'm okay with y'all disagreeing with me, but you can't force me to say that it was fair, because it wasn't fair. With the weapon, what were the injuries to the murderer? I think you're missing a point. The Texas Stand Your Ground law, including deadly force and self-defense without a legal duty to retreat. He didn't have to retreat. He didn't even have to get his ass beat. He felt as though, hey, you pushed me, you shoved me. I'm defending myself. We can't, y'all. We can speculate all day long, but we don't understand. Okay, why would he think that? Okay, the knife was necessary. Why wouldn't it be necessary? Like, at the end of the day, I'm speaking now because it happened. I'm speaking from a law point of view, not anything else. If you're going by the law, he should have been found guilty of bringing a knife to a school function, which is not allowed, and he should have been given anywhere from 2 to 10 years, 10 years being the max for that crime, and up to $10,000 in a fine. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's what I was saying. This verdict goes against Texas law. It does. And I don't know why people don't understand. Oh, Lord. Texas, I think y'all need to look at that law again. Provided that they did not provoke. And also, provocation and all that, all these things can be looked at in a different way by different people. That's why we need different races on that jury. We need everybody to really, think about deliberation. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Y'all, I've been on live for 59 minutes almost. So you mean to think about this now. I've been on live for almost an hour. They came back with a guilty verdict. 2.5 hours. This seemed to be, you talk about premeditation, which he didn't even know about Austin, but you talk about premeditated. Well, damn, it seemed like this was already, they already knew that what they were going to do. This black man is packing 24/7. Teresa, thank you for the 100. But it already has, unfortunately, missed S Bunny, or at least exposed it. Same with everything going on here in the UK. Things will only get worse. I agree, Boshi. They'll get worse before they get better. It almost seems like it has to. We disagree, Terrence, but I don't think you understand your ground as well as you should. He wasn't in a panic. He stabbed once. It was intentional and targeted. How you know this man went in a panic though? See, this is shit that I don't like. Now, Mel, I'm not trying. Now, you know I'm a cursing Christian. Now, don't be upset with me now, because you know I curse. But that's the shit that gets me, and I'm not like trying to curse at you, but I'm saying that's the shit that's so crazy. How are people saying, okay, he wasn't in the panic mode? Hell, shit, I panic when I hear a damn owl. Not, I'm lying, not an owl, but like a fucking crow or something coming up behind me. Gah, gah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I, you know, and all jokes aside, like, how do we know? How can we say that there was no panic? We don't know what was going on inside of his mind. We don't know, and that in itself is not fair. It's not fair, and I don't. And I'm gonna say this with respect to everybody. I don't give a fuck what the hell you think or what the hell you believe. This is my opinion, and in my opinion, it's like you don't know how people feel. Leave people alone. I think that's the main thing. Stay in your damn lane. Even if people coming over in your damn lane. And I know, well, Terrence, that don't make sense. You think I'm gonna sit up here? I do a lot of damn cursing in them cars, especially being in Florida with these crazy ass drivers. People coming into my lane. I mean, I'm gonna blow and I'm gonna curse. But you think I'm gonna sit up here and flip them off? Or show them, say, you know, a weapon or whatever? Hell no. Hell no, because some of these people, they're unhinged. Y'all saw that movie? They unhinged. Okay? They cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I ain't trying to find out. So even though they pretty much could have caused an accident, and I'm very highly upset, I'm going to hold my composure to the best of my ability. But I am going to freak out a little bit. I might panic a little bit and stuff, but everybody's a little different. You can't say that he wasn't in a state of panic. This is so not okay for people to say this, because now the implications are. It just goes back to a woman wearing here. Oh my gosh, I was driving one day and this woman was in a fucking bathing suit, and the bathing suit, I'm telling you, can see her whole damn ass basically. But somebody would say, oh, she's asking to get raped. How the hell is she asking to get raped? She can wear that. Okay, she by the law here in Florida, you got something covering your crack. It's a string. Okay, but so you're telling me that, okay, she's asking to get raped? There are people that really think this nonsense out here. They're sick in the head. So it just doesn't make sense. Like you don't know, you can't say what people are thinking, because you're not in their mind. You're not. You just can't. You can't. That's why a lot of times, like the lie detector and all that stuff is not admissible in court, because it's you're talking about, you know, something that has flaws. It's not perfect, and you know, people can be a little nervous, or you know, I just feel as though if you're gonna tell me about, okay, him being guilty of anything, he's guilty of bringing his knife to the function where you're not supposed to bring a knife. That's what. Now I wouldn't be having a discussion. James said, Miss Money, one, because that is what it be. History is still repeating itself. Why ask that question? Racism still exists, honey. I feel no one would have been in that situation if the person that started it would have kept his hands to himself. James, I know I'm behind in these comments, but I gotta clap for that. But people, I know both you gonna say, but a life was lost. Someone died. Someone had to bury their son. I mean, this case, and you know, I don't know. Was okay? People like, well, Austin probably was, and he probably didn't like black people. He did probably like this. I don't know. I don't know how that kid was. All we can go about off of how his family has expressed the way that he was as a child, as an individual. I can't say that he was. I can't say he was racist. I can't say that he was mean or evil. All I can say is he put his hands on someone, and this is what happened. That's the facts. That's what I can say. But you're telling me, when I say you, I'm just generalizing. But people are telling me, Terrence, you gotta understand. This is all. He is guilty of everything, huh? He didn't go. And I'm so tired of this provocation shit. You know how? If provocation. Come on, Kamala fucking Harris did a lot of damn talking, a lot of when this woman, black woman, put a lot of black, as a prosecutor, put a lot of black people behind prison. Put a lot of black people behind prison. Very nasty towards her own race. I digress, okay? But the point is, if that don't provoke somebody, but okay, I'm not going to sit up here and just be absolutely disrespectful, not reasonable, or even more so do something that's going to put me in a situation where I don't want to be in. So therefore, I'm just going to keep it real. I do not believe in this provocation. I'm so over this mess too. Unless he went there and said, give me all your money, had a knife to the man's throat or a knife to the man's cranium, give me all your money or else. Okay, I think then you can probably bet your bottom dollar that you can force somebody to maybe give you the money or give you what you're asking of them because they don't want to die. They want to live. But that was not the case. Man, all this talking back and forth. I remember growing up in the projects, there were so many arguments with all the kids in the neighborhood. I mean, y'all, that's just what people do. But this is absolutely wrong. This is wrong. And I'm saying it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong how the mom and the dad has handled things. And I mean this, I'm talking about Karmelo Anthony's mom and dad. There's a lot of shady shit going on. I don't know. That kid, I mean, I suppose when you look at all the things, he was going to be found guilty no matter what. I mean, I feel as though he has a family that doesn't support him. He has friends that does not support him. And I'm not saying lie for him. I'm saying support him. Hell, talking about something, he's the aggressor. He's this, he's that. Okay, well, why would he feel the need to be aggressive? Why do we as black people want to sit up here and keep giving, okay, anybody, which is especially white, the right race, this painting this picture that we are aggressive and we're so angry and we're so forceful. My right-handed guy, y'all, all I know is I was at the park. It started raining. I was charging my phone. I'm sitting under the shelter area, and this family walks up. Now, I've talked to a lot of white people out there. I spoke to a lot of Hispanics, all the blacks. But this one family walks up, and I'm telling you, you guys, they stare me down like, I don't know. Like, I mean, they just kept staring. And my deal is, it's like, damn, that's not polite to just stare at somebody. And then I literally just wave. Because, y'all know what I'm thinking in my head. What the fuck are you looking at? Y'all know I've said that many times on live stream. But in this case, in this instance, I mean, they were so close to me, staring at me, walking up. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, what, am I not supposed to be here at a public park? And are you afraid of me? Like, I'm just saying. And then when I say, hey, then you put your fucking head down? What the fuck is that? What the hell? I mean, I'm just saying, like, that is weird. That's strange. I can't tell you how many times when I went, when it stopped raining, and y'all know I had went live, and after live, I walked, oh my gosh, I walked like another 15,000 steps today in the sun. It was hot. It was like over 100 degrees outside. And I can't tell you how many people, majority seemed like, because, I'm in a neighborhood, there was a majority of white people, I'm just saying, and that's just fact. But how many people that I walked across, they're walking their dogs. I got my music blasting. I mean, I'm playing Tina Marie. I'm playing Pitbull. I'm playing Lil Wayne. I got the Staple Singers, Aretha Franklin. I have a crazy, just a plethora of just different genres of music and stuff. I love my playlist. But I can't tell you how many people I pass. They're walking their dogs and they're white, and I just wave. And the dog, even just, little dog I love dogs, kind of ran up to my leg, and I'm like, oh, and the guy was saying something. I was like, I got my music, and I don't want to have no long conversation. But a beautiful dog, But that probably happened. Not even exaggerating. Today when I walk, it happens all the time, obviously. But today, being Saturday, and at a really nice time after the rain, the sun came out. It probably happened 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. 4 times. I remember passing by the damn fire department several days. I walk, you guys. I walk in 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 p.m., 5 a.m. I walk, okay? And I'm walking past the fire department. All of them white, and sometimes they initiate the wave, and sometimes I do. Y'all, I'm not racist. I do see color. I don't fucking care about this white person, this black person, this green person. What I care about is people really being considerable and abiding by what the law says. And in this case, that did not happen. I feel no one's would have. Okay, I absolutely, James. I thank you for that. Understand, I'm not upset at you or anything. I enjoy the discourse. Oh, Mel, I know you're not, and that's why I said I don't want you to think I'm cursing at you, but I'm a cursing Christian. But Boch, no. What's happening in the UK is not this age-old race war. What is happening in the US? Pablo Picasso says, "LOL, everyone has been a slave at one time or another." Next, shit, hell, I'm a slave right now. Shit, you know how much I work, and you know how much I get paid. I make 6 figures, but it ain't enough. It ain't enough. Okay, I need to be making 7 figures. I'm sitting up here slaving and stuff in case it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. It's hard out here for a pimp when you gotta pay the money for the rent. Boshi says yes, it is. Miss S Bunny, what happens in America influences what happens. Or you said what happens in the UK. Miss S Bunny said, James, we just can't let it work. Sorry, we need to put on a new record. Go put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Go ahead and your way. Sorry. James says, Miss S Bunny, okay, like I said, US or not, still happening all over, period. James also said, Miss S Bunny, what new work if you haven't been in a situation where you were? Miss Bunny, S Bunny said, James and both the Islamic ideology is a completely different matter, and it's not a race war. James says, if you were putting a situation where you wasn't racially profiled, then you can't really speak on. If you weren't putting in a situation where you weren't where you wasn't racially profiled, then you can't rely. You can't really speak on it because you've never been through. It is racism. It is racism, and I'm so sorry, y'all. The font is so small. I apologize. Mel says you only have to look at the Black Advocate. Wait, is it 5? The Black Advocates Assistance to the Attorney and Activist Group arranged everything supposedly. Boshi says try telling the average person that lighter side of Phoenix. What's the difference between a car transmission and a transgender person? I wasn't arrested yesterday for being naked in my car with the transmission. Oh, that's okay. Robbie said, dude loves looking around the room, crazy eyes. Yes, I do have crazy eyes. Look at my eye. Look what I can do. Hey, you over there! Tina, they say he wasn't put on the stand because he was suspended from school 3 times this year. None of that should matter. At the end of the day, what should matter is the fact that he brought a knife to the court. I mean, he brought a knife to that school function. Okay, in a court of law. Okay, he was guilty of that. Okay, he's guilty of that. I in my heart, I feel as though the self-defense should stand, and I'm with Jay. I mean, hey, no one should have put their hands on nobody. I don't care if you screaming, whatever, I'm under your tent, call the police. Let the police rough his ass up. I'm serious. At the end of I'm just keeping it real. Like in this case, Austin would have been alive, y'all. I'm just keeping it 100. Like stop thinking you can go around putting your hands on anybody. I don't even like. You know how I feel about these damn Democrats. But Jasmine Crockett, like honestly, she said it herself. Like, hell, I would do the same thing. And y'all, and we were not there. We were not there. I don't want nobody coming up to me. I don't want nobody trying to pretend to hit me. Because you know what? I don't know. In my state of mind right now, Lord knows, I know I don't have any children, but you know, I have lots of nieces and nephews. I have a job, that I have a career. I have so much to lose. I'm like, if you guys look to the left of your screen here, you'll see golf clubs. President Trump, the President Donald J. Trump, has invited me to Mar-a-Lago this year to play golf with him. And I'm gonna play golf with President Trump, so I have a lot to look forward to. So therefore, like, I don't have time like to be in jail or whatever the case, or on trial for doing something crazy. But I don't want nobody to touch me, and I'm not gonna touch anybody else. James, it is unwise to presume that I have not been racially profiled. I have faced a great deal of violence in the past. Measured responses are required. Miss S, but I'm gonna say it's interesting that you say that, because you're saying it is unwise to presume. But that's what's happening in this case. A lot of people are presuming, well, he was the aggressor. Oh, he was mean. Oh, he was this. He happened to be black. But they are presuming this. They are, it's a bunch of assumptions. A lot of things aren't credible. It's just weird. It's very strange. Teresa, the whole situation is unfortunate, and I'm praying for both families. Absolutely, Teresa. Thank you for saying that. James says, "Don't stress yourself. People know what you are saying. It is saying is true. Some people are not going to agree with you. That's on them until they go through it. When keep speaking your mind." James. Wow, when you say that, first of all, I don't want nobody to go through shit. But you really just spoke the truth. I know I'm real behind y'all, but James, bro, you spoke the truth. A lot of people don't. Yo, man, that is so true. That's so real. I'm gonna get off subject a little bit. Obviously, I talk a lot, but my mom passed away in 2016. She died of cancer, and I remember crying profusely, and just being so sad. I was still working through the pain and stuff, whatever. But that's how I dealt with the grief. And I remember an ex-friend of mine. Now an ex-friend, a good friend at that time, but now an ex-friend, not because of what this individual said back then, but it's other things that happened. But says, man, like, you've been in a funk for a while now, Terrence. It's been weeks, and you just kind of like let it go, and like, I understand it's your mom and stuff, but like she wouldn't want you crying and upset and stuff. And it's like, it wasn't like I was crying like every freaking second, but I was literally, obviously, I was grieving and going through so much. I cried more when my mom was alive than I cried when she passed. Okay, and I want to put that out there. But I still do cry every now and then and stuff. But I can talk about my mom. First of all, my mom is here with me in spirit. And for those of you that are trolling me, she'll say, if she's standing right here, she'd say, "Suck my running about till your jaws lock up, bitch." That's what my mama would say. I just, and she was a Christian. I get that from her. But the point is, that individual did not understand what I was going through until he lost his mom. And when he lost his mom, I was right there for him. And I said him and stuff, whatever. But I don't think that he's watching my live streams. But I'm not calling names. But I was right there for him, and I remember him telling me, and he said, "Man, like, I'm so sorry, because this pain, I just, it's unimaginable, and I don't want to put that on anybody. And you had to deal with this." I said, "Bro," I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with the loss of my mom. So let me just say this: it was between two big black men, and I was held easily 450 then, held 440, 450 between us, like, and he was a big guy. I mean, it was a bunch of crying going on. Like I said, I don't wish that on anybody and stuff, but you don't know until it happens, and I'm being so serious, like, far as me being sexually abused, bullied, a huge part of my life. You don't know until that happens to you, and I don't want that to happen to you. But people say, I don't understand why, this kid took his life or this person doing this. You don't understand it because you really didn't have to go through it. And even if you did, you don't know the severity of people or where they're at mentally. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are probably not just, they probably find okay, me committing suicide is the only way out. I know I had two friends that did that. So my point is this: it's like, let's try our best to, not walk a mile. Let's sit up here. Let's spend like a couple of weeks in people's shoes. But even then, you're still not going to get the full understanding. Especially, I mean, different races. We're just not going to understand. But thank you, James. I appreciate that. Tina says his parents didn't teach him your life is worth more than anything, and you walk away. He ran after he stabbed him in the heart. If he was so afraid, why didn't he run before he stabbed him? Tina, I can't answer that. And let me just say I can't answer that, but Tina, I think that you just missed the whole thing at what I was saying. Okay, the whole thing. All right. And we can say that he ran all day long. Okay, let's just say he ran. But when the coach stopped him, okay, why did he try to fight the coach? Why did he stab someone else? Why did he stab Austin multiple times? Why didn't he flee like the Casey kid did? Casey Allison actually stabs the kid at school multiple times and then runs away from the school, then asks the relative, hey, get me out of this town, get me out of this city. Let's go to somewhere else in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of unanswered questions. And we probably will never understand, well, why did this happen? Why didn't this happen? Why did this happen? No, well, why didn't this happen? Like, it's confusing. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, according to Texas Stand Your Ground, I find as though he was in the right from that standpoint. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't want nobody to die, but at the end of the day, no one should have put their hands on no one. H to the N. This is the outstanding issue. Jeffrey said it was a rigged trial. Jeff, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. Like, I gotta agree 100%. 2.5 hours of a deliberation. Do you think that they just already knew? Okay, well, he's guilty. We gon' whatever. Maybe the 2.5 hours was like, well, how much time are we gonna give him? Because we ain't gonna give him 99 years. We gotta give him some. We gotta give him a substantial amount of time. I just felt it definitely felt rigged. I mean, why would the defense not defend him? That is so strange. You watch some of the damn first. You watch. Goddamn. I hit my arm and on the damn table and I hit the table back. I sure did. But you watch some of these snaps. You watch some of these criminal things and stuff. And man, oh my gosh, the defense be like, the person is so guilty of killing the whole family. But the defense gonna say, well, but they were under stress. They weren't in their right minds. A week before, they didn't. Their spaghetti was they spaghetti ended up being burnt, and it just didn't taste good. The chicken was half cooked. Like, they were stressed. Like, their defense is gonna fucking defend, even if it just sounds stupid. I just feel as though there could have been some real good things that really would have helped, within this trial, and it just was overlooked. And I know people say, well, the 3 black jurors, like, they pretty much they got themselves removed. Okay, well, get more black people. Interview more. I mean, you have billions of people in this world. Well, you got billions of people in the world, but you got so many people within the United States of America. Oh, you got to make this make sense. You got to make this make sense. This does not make sense to me. This is wrong on so many different levels, y'all. His mama spent all his GoFundMe. She has received over $700,000. Why did she buy a home? Maybe get a better attorney. Who says a killer money. That's sick right there. Um, you mean like you're saying you're trying to say because he killed him, but you're saying who sends the money to a killer's family? You got a lot of people who support, and I don't calling him a killer. Okay, I guess you could say okay he killed somebody. My dad, did just that as well, and that someone broke into the house and my dad, shot this man. Um, and of course, I was very, very, very little. But at the end of the day, my dad's not going around shooting and killing people. If anything, what did my dad receive? A key to the town, um, a dinner with the mayor and all that stuff because he was saving people from burning bodies. He was saving people from burning houses. Um, Pulling babies from underneath the cars that been trapped. Because my dad, in my opinion, I don't know. My dad is like the damn angel or whatever. I don't know. He's strange. I don't have my dad's attitude. I more so have my mom's, but my dad has so many scanners. To this day, my dad is 71. He has scanners in every room in the house, everywhere, all through his car. He has so many scanners. So with that being said, in his younger years, he had all those scanners, and he would just hop in the car and go to the scene. Because when those police officers got the call from the dispatcher, whatever the case, my dad could hear all of this, and he would just go straight there. And he was pulling people from houses and everything and stuff. At the end of the day, just because you have killed someone, it's reasonings behind everything, in my opinion. I'm an American living in the UK. I'm mixed race. People are assuming I lack experience. I'm Gen X. I am not young. LOL. I'm too young to be old, too old to be young. Well, damn. The ninth question is more if you have the weapon illegally, does it become legal if you use it in self-defense? Having the knife is illegal. Bullshit. I get what you're saying again, but if you're going by the Texas stand your ground, the man could have had a knife, he could have had a chair, he could have had a gun, deadly force. The Texas stand your ground says you have allows an individual to use reasonable force, including deadly force, in self-defense. He felt as though he had to defend himself. I mean, it's people are assuming things. They always assume. It's clear as day for me. Himbox said, "Nah, you're not coping, are you? What do you mean?" Tina said, "That's a horrible thing to say. There are many ethical black people that do the right thing." Chip, you're still wearing that stupid hat. Huh? I see Wu-Tang. Hey, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, be careful now. You come in because I told you I asked you to marry me, and y'all Wu-Tang is a man, and I asked him to marry me, and he refused to come on those live streams. So don't make me do it again now, Wu-Tang, okay? Because I'll do another live stream dedicated to you, baby. All right? Okay, so tread lightly, okay? Tread fucking lightly. Mel said, ATS actually a misdemeanor in Texas for Karmelo to have the knife. Well, Mel, yeah, okay, but it can be a misdemeanor. I'm saying, if they gave him 10 years, I wouldn't be on here discussing that because according to the law, you can receive 2 to 10 years if you have that knife, whatever the case may be, whatever kind of weapon on the premises that does not allow that. That's breaking the law. That is what he is guilty of. And other variables is not as simple as that. Since his mom's such a racist and the grandmother, I find it ironic that they had white attorneys since they hate white people. Oh, okay, Tina. Okay, whatever you say. Jess or said, "Hey, dumbass, Trump still sucks, moron." Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Both said, "Do any of these self-defense laws apply when at school functions?" Yes, they actually do. They apply. They apply at a school function. Yes, I promise you they do. Think about if you have a student that comes in about to shoot up the school. Guns aren't allowed in school, so even the teacher shouldn't carry a gun. They can be found guilty of that. But if they kill that student, That's self-defense. And just saying those things have actually have happened. See, Boshi, we can really go into a what they call a rabbit hole of things. But all I'm saying is I just feel like sometimes, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes, the justice system just seems to be off and it's not fair. It's almost like it's convenient for one side and not convenient for another side. And that makes things not fair because it's gonna be equally convenient to both race, all race, everybody. Everybody. I'm sorry I didn't kick the shit out of y'all, didn't you? Oh my gosh. He pursued a person without a weapon. Absolutely not. That person touched him first. Make a asshole grumpy again. Make assholes grumpy. Oh, make asshole. That's actually that's a very very original thing. Jess, thank you so much. This guy hates his own black people. Wu-Tang, I mean Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, aren't you black? I wanted to marry your sexy ass. I got the Diddy oil waiting for me too. We're waiting for you, because you're gonna be doing the bending over. I told your ass to leave me alone. You know I ain't got nobody damn sense when it comes to that. I promise you, I will ruin you. Life for life. Jessica said Trump is the most shittiest man in America. You think so? You think he shits a lot? I mean, I had a bowel movement. But do you think he shit a whole lot? Maybe he does shit a lot. Do you think he shits like orange pellets? Sorry you're against the blacks and rooting for KKK. KKK. What's that KKK stands for? Kind. Kind. What's another word I could use? Kilt, because I like skirts. Kilt, kind, kilt, and Kesha. This place about to blow. Oh. Because I like Kesha, the singer. Boshi said that was actually kind of hard, like because I was like kill. I'm like I want to put kill in there. At Jesse, greatest president. Okay, Boshi said at Jesse, greatest president of the greatest nation. Thank you so much, Boshi. Jesse says bullshit. Mel says no. They know that the other comment or did. Where they live, it's like 80% white. Why did they live there if they don't like white people and complaining about no black jurors? Maybe they couldn't find any. The mother hires that priest to speak to her. Oh, okay. Wu-Tang said, put your blonde wig on. See, Wu-Tang, see. Wu-Tang, you starting to really make me question you. I'm just keeping it real. Because when nobody talking about no damn blonde wig or Dolly or Tina or nobody. Now, I don't care. But you really being a suspect, right? For real, right now. You really being a suspect. Is this something you want to tell me? Me and you will have a huge divide on this, Terrence. Firstly, we are unarmed in UK other than criminals. Gotcha, Boshi. The left are bunch faggots and boomer women. Okay, Funk Bros, thank you. I don't even know what y'all talking about. I've been gone for a month. You haven't gone for a month, and you coming back here and you being disruptive. So I'm gonna need you to stop because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that marriage live stream again, and I want your ass to come up on the panel and marry me. Damn it. Biden was a loon puppet. He wasn't fit to be the president. I agree. Jesse or said you're sick in the head. Actually, I mean, I guess I could be sick in the head, but more so my sickness it's in my stomach sometimes, and then I shit out like these huge turret loads, and it's almost like a pecan log. You ever had like a payday? That's how my shit sometimes come out because I've had Planters peanuts, the honey roasted ones. I've had the salted peanuts, and then I've had the mixed nuts. But it's crazy because the mixed nuts have almonds in it, and is almond like a nut? It's just so crazy. Um, at Wu Tang in the title, Karmelo and Austin K's. Thank y'all so much. Wu Tang said probation violation at Funk. Wu Tang go rob a lemonade stand. Trump is a shit for a brain. No, Trump is amazing. Presley, thank you coming in supporting Trump. I appreciate you. Humans are tribal. Perhaps this isn't so bad. We are all Americans or British or Western culture. This is the path we need to get on. Okay, all right, I feel that. He went nuts when he saw his twin brother's body leave his soul. Hold on, I'm not gay. Wu-Tang, you gonna fucking marry me or else, okay? All right? And forget the damn honeymoon, okay? Once we hop in that damn car, okay, I got the Diddy oil waiting for you, all right? You and me will never part. Well, some gonna part if you know what I mean. A hardy heart. Wu-Tang all confused. He never had someone explain life to him. He missing daddy. Wu-Tang, find your dad. Goddamn. What the fuck going on in here, LOL? Wu-Tang, where's your daddy, bro? Wu-Tang, gay for Wu-Tang. You probably forgot. Terrence made a stream just for you. I don't think you showed up. Wu-Tang didn't show up. Wu-Tang, do not deny me of your tang at Funk. I know my dad. Do you know yours? Okay, y'all. Let's not get on that though. Okay, come on now. I'm having fun. Okay, but let's not do all the whole dad and this and this and this. What prison he in? Woo. Let's be respectful, y'all. Like, I know Terrence gay, but I still support him as long as he stays far away from me. LOL. Wu-Tang, you know you want me. Wu-Tang, okay? All right? You know you want me, and I want you. And I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you good. At Funk Bros, you sucks at trolling. It was said by witnesses that the boy that was murdered said, "I'm not going to fight you," and also the murderer went and got his knife. So things are not adding up. But yeah, it's a bunch of it said, which I can't even see the transcripts because I had to pay for them. And I'd be damned, first of all, if I pay for them. And then secondly, I'm waiting for other YouTubers that are much bigger than me to potentially, they have already they've already filed for the things and stuff and actually paid. So, but they can have that back in months. It can probably take months. It can probably even take a year. And it's just like, why do they make it so complicated? Even the transcript, that is. But I want to see the video. I want to see the actual footage. He was okay to be there, but apparently he was not allowed under the tent. Our teams are looking for him for portraying he was in a gang. I think Karmelo thought he was Mr. Tough Man. Went to the school to start stuff on purpose. Who's staying under a tent? The other team's tent. But okay, apparently, again, this is all he say, she say, whatever, which I don't like that shit. But he knew somebody under that tent. So he kind of felt welcome. And then also, you guys, what's up with this fucking tent shit? Get a gate around the damn tent. Say no trespassing. Say no blacks allowed. Even I don't know. Make it as clear as day. I don't know. Shit. Fuck. It's a tent. He's under it. Whatever. Like, is somebody like, I don't know. I mean, somebody died, and that's like so bad. But like, damn, you wouldn't think somebody's gonna die because of that, Wu-Tang, what kind of gate you got? Do you hold it sideways? And shit. G-Man, if you're suspended from school, that you cannot attend school events anywhere. Okay. G-Man, okay, so if that is 100% what had happened, he was guilty on that, and he is guilty. He is guilty on the fact of the matter that, okay, he brought the knife. Now, this is what I mean by when you do look at that act, okay, you say, okay, well, you're not allowed. Okay, so at the end of the day, did he have let's just say, we're talking about in the court of law. We're not talking about even with school, but did he have a restraining order put out on him? No, he did not. Wu-Tang, you got them hollow points, bruh. At Funk, I don't have no weapon, sir. Tina says, sports educate when you actually leave, you leave. If you want to stab someone, then you pay the consequences. No. Okay. Don't put your hands on people. I think this is I think we can stop it there. Don't put your hands on people. Wu-Tang, you lacking, bro. Um, Wu-Tang lacking straight up. Wu-Tang gonna get rolled. At Funk, you typing like that damn YouTube police. You making me nervous. I don't have any ops, not that I know of. Wu-Tang, you on probation. The law is definitely in the comments. Alexa, play 50 cents, 21 questions. Thank you, Teresa. You are so funny. Funky Rose says, Wu-Tang, you get free fries and shit. Wu-Tang said, I'm gonna call you Funky. I can tell by the way you type you smell bad. You stand with racists, hillbillies, Nazis, and pedophiles. I absolutely do not. He got what he got because it is obvious that he wasn't standing his ground at all. Okay, if yes, what you think? Funk Bro says, Wu-Tang, what lotion you use on them elbows, boy? I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him some of this Diddy oil. He doesn't want it though. Alex says, enjoy hell, Toby. What the fuck? I'm bored with you now, Funk. That B, the kid that was suspended, should have not been at school function. Okay. Hello, trying to be racist now. Hello, how could a flaming homosexual like you be racist at Funk? Now, goddamn, Wu-Tang, everybody can't be gay now. Now, you really starting to make me feel like you really are gay. Okay, you're calling me gay. You're calling Funk gay. You're calling everybody gay. Everybody gay. These people that come into these live streams and keep calling everybody gay are the gay ones. And I don't care if you are. Okay, stop coming for me, which I don't fucking care. I mean, you making me money. Like I said, I've already made over $1,000 fucking with y'all now, and it's just now June 13th. I mean, but that 1,000 been in there like since the 8th. So I'm pretty sure once YouTube do the whole like checkup, probably in a couple days, I'll probably be at 2,000. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much. But I'm not angry at the fact that you're doing that. I just feel like, okay, it's something that you need to tell people and just come out, and stop being all strange. Ethan said watermelon felon. Ethan, how you know I was gonna have me some watermelon later on? Wu-Tang, I see these YN still in Acaras. Thank you for the 100, Teresa. He pursued the conflict. You are lost in space, my boy. Terrence, you hate your own race. I don't hate anybody. And I love you. Wu-Tang, look me in my eyes. Looking. If cornmeal anatomy would have shown removed in the family, I bet he would got less time, but his family turned into a race issue. It's a human issue. I bet these two boys would have liked each other. Absolutely, Tina. Wow, that makes sense. This dummy supports the most racist person on earth. What are you talking about? Who's the most racist person on earth? Who's the most racist person on earth? You liquor. Karmelo Anthony family scumbags never took accountability, and instead of getting a good lawyer, they spent the money on a new car and house. Hey, Andrea, and that's another thing. Thank you for saying that. We were not there. Nobody knows exactly what happened, and I don't think we will ever know because they turned us into a shit show just like everything. They turned U.S. into a shit show just like everything. No one is assuming the murderer pursued the conflict. Pull through what I told myself is you can't let your past define you as you are today, and you do you. This world is a harsh place. We need to protect each other. I agree. Olivia, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless your heart, Olivia. God bless your entire family. You are so amazing. You are so amazing. That is like the sweetest comment. Thank you so much. I want to see the video. I hope it leaks out. I do too. And I hope it's not tampered with. You know, there's so many things. We have so much technology now. It scares me. Like I can have a damn leopard hopping onto my damn, you know, a leopard hopping onto my damn shoulder now. And it's like, and then the fucking AI actually looks like me. You know, it's scary. Did y'all see that movie with damn, she played in How to Get Away with Murder. Oh. Viola Davis. Let's go to Viola Davis because she was in Viola Davis president movie. G20. G20 is like y'all ain't seen G20. Go watch that. She stars as a U.S. President Daniel Sutton in the action thriller movie. In this film, terrorists and mercenaries take over the annual G20 summit, and President Sutton, a formerly military member, must use her skills to outsmart the attacker, safeguard world leaders, and protect her family. That film was crazy. It was crazy. No matter what we say, people are going to disagree. At the end of the day, the murderer brought a weapon. He had the time to choose to grab. Stop it! Stop! You can't say that he had the time. No, that's your mindset. That would be your recollection. That would be your opinion. We cannot do these things, you guys. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to be fair. I'm telling you guys, he is guilty for bringing the knife. He is guilty for bringing this knife onto the premises. Okay, that he wasn't supposed to be at. Okay, so he's guilty of that. Charge him for those. But according to Stand Your Ground, at the end of the day, he felt like, okay, hey, I have to defend myself. You know, y'all, it's sad. It's sad, but this is the reality of life. Eddie instigated it. Melo's friend who invited Melo in the tent, and his lawyers did a shit job. I agree. My deal is, damn, I don't want to stand under nobody's tent now. I'm like, damn, is this necessary? U.S. captain said he is a murderer. He went to place he didn't belong, placed himself around kids he now claims are bullies, then stabbed a kid in the heart. Okay, and that's your opinion, all right? That's your opinion, and you're entitled to that. Both witnesses usually have some bearing. I do hope they release the video. I hope they release the video too, but they're trying to protect the jurors. What were the witnesses that saw this transpire saying that kid did to make the other kids to have him stabbed? Not sure, not certain. Stand your ground only applies if you're being attacked. He was not. He was asked to leave and refused. Now they've lied to spread division. Again, thank you so much for proving my point, USM Casper. Thank you for proving my point. My point is this. The point that I said, okay, you prove is the fact that it's conveniently, depending on the race, it's convenient. Okay, stand your ground law is conveniently given to certain people. White people. Had some of my, hairball. 20 witnesses are not good enough, looking for any reason to blame the victim. Okay, all right. 20 rigged witnesses. All right, okay. Miss S. Bunny said, on what reasonable grounds did he feel his life was under threat? He was conflictual. He stood his ground with regard to encouraging the conflict. Okay, here's the deal. We were inside of his body, okay? We are not Miss fucking Frizzle and the Magic School Bus. We cannot go inside of Ralphie's ass. Like Miss Frizzle, that freaky ass class, and that damn iguana, lizard thingamajig, whatever the fuck that was. We are not them. Okay, so with that being said, I don't know. I cannot tell you what he was thinking and what this. All I know is, okay, he did not, you can say aggressive, you can say provocation. He did not push. He did not touch Austin. Austin pushed and touched him first. Okay, let's see the video. Roll the credits. What fucking credits? Because there's no video. Only the jurors the jury gets to see it. He is one of the main reasons his culture is failing. Again, you're able to say what you want to say because it's freedom of speech. Teresa laughing and saying she dead. Why do y'all always talk about shit? Who are y'all? Let me see if y'all in this damn closet. Y'all in there? Y'all in there? Because I don't know who the fuck are y'all. You nasty liquor. Your government's run by pedophiles. Okay, that's what you think. All right. Do you think homelessness, aside for it being a mental health crisis, what else do you think it is? Homelessness, I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice. And I think that some people are content. Like I'm homeless. Oh God. Okay, so I'm homeless and sorry, I get emotional when I talk about this. I'm homeless, and it's not because I do drugs, but I'm addicted to. Let me just say this: I am a recovering addict from. My drug of choice would be gambling. Okay, so in a sense, I do drugs. I gamble, but I'm a recovering addict. I walked past the game room last night, and I heard ding 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 ding, and I was like, I started doing this on my leg. Because I was tapping the slot machine on my leg. That is why I'm homeless. But it's a choice. It's a choice. You can choose to be homeless or not to be homeless. That is one of the questions. Does that answer your question? You probably like, this motherfucker crazy as hell. Terrence, I got surgery the other day and I thought of you. Really, 7? Oh, 7. Well, I hope and pray that your surgery went well. It's so nice to have you in here. 7. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Homeless aside from me. Okay, you asked it already. Terrence, you're slow at getting to my comment. 7, I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Diddy, yes, Diddy gave me some Diddy oil, actually. And I'm trying to give it to Wu-Tang. I know he's watching me, and I'm gonna give him that Diddy oil. Someday we'll be together. Oh, yes we will, and yes we will. Someday. Addicted to oxtail. That is true. And them motherfuckers will break me. They will break me. Oxtails are expensive, Moshi. Moshi, you know what I didn't do? I didn't go to Miss Mildred's today. I didn't go to Miss Mildred's. I said, you know what? I'm going to stay at this park. I'm going to exercise, and I'm going to have what I have in my kitchen. And I did eat that banana. I did eat that banana. Man, oxtails do sound good. But she's closed now. She's not open on Sunday. So, any Diddy? How could I forget? And Diddy, yeah. Oh yes, the gambling, but mostly oxtails. Yes, yes, gambling and oxtails. God bless you for your honesty, Terrence. Miss S Bunny. Yes. Thank you. Like far as being addicted to gambling, yeah, that's true. I really was, and I knew that losing $10,000 in less than 3 hours, losing 8,000 and like losing 5,000, and $5,000 for me to go into a casino 5,000, that's a good night. And I'm not just look, I ain't got no money. I ain't just saying this, but I promise you that really was what I was doing, and it was quite unhealthy, quite unhealthy. That's why I watch a lot of these slot channels, which I really don't watch too many now, but a lot of them they've stopped going to the casino because it's hard to keep up. That's an expensive habit, it's expensive. Four ice creams at one, four ice creams at once looking ass. What? Four ice creams? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Andrew. Andrew, I want ice cream. Someday we'll be together. Oh, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Terrence, do you think this had anything to do with what the fact it was white people asking Karmelo to move? No. Oh, no. Absolutely not. I really don't think that. Let me tell you, I don't think Karmelo is a racist, and I don't think Austin is a racist. I don't. And I know Austin is deceased now, but I don't think kids are just like, especially 17-year-old like white kids, black kids. I mean, yeah, there could be racism between kids and stuff, but I just think they were both assholes, and they didn't want to, like, okay, for instance, like it was a macho thing. I just wish that a coach would have been present then. I wish that somebody, yeah, you're not just gonna call the cops, right? Because then it'd be like, oh, this is another damn black and white thing or whatever. But they didn't know that he had a knife. I get that, but at the end of the day, he shouldn't have put his hands on him. But I think if a black person would have done that, pushed him, he would have stabbed the hell out of him too. And I'm being so serious. Now, with this being said, if a black person, okay, Carmelo Anthony would have said a black person, he would have said a black 17-year-old guy, and you guys, and the story comes across the damn thing. Okay, oh, they gave him 35 years. He stabbed this black guy after the black guy lunged, pushed, shoved him, after the black guy put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. I will be having the same damn discussion about it's unfair. It's unfair. At the end of the day, I'm sorry to say, sorry, not sorry, but y'all, like, stand your ground. We're talking about Texas. At the end of the day, I mean, come on, let's just be real. I mean, that should have been applied to him, and he should have been found. The charges should have, it should, yeah, he should be doing time in prison. Yeah, because he bought a knife to a school event, a function that doesn't allow that. 2 to 10 years, you guys. I know some people say misdemeanor, but 2 to 10 years. You can receive 2 to 10 years in prison for bringing a weapon to a function, school function, or anywhere that does not. Y'all realize you can go to jail for even like littering, right? You can go to jail. Like, if I were to just eat my oxtails in the car, which I would never, because we got to sit down and savor them damn oxtails. I'm thinking about them now. Okay, that would be an injustice if I were to do that. But anyway, if I did eat them in the car, and I have oxtail gravy juice dripping all down my fucking chin and shit, and then I'll just take the styrofoam container, because that's what Miss Mildred's put them in, a styrofoam container, and I just throw it outside the car. Y'all realize, yes, you can be fined, but you can also be put into jail. You can go to jail for that, and that's not a joke. That's serious. Different states, different places, different things. Especially, just say if you have somewhat of some type of background, criminally, whatever the case may be. And I'm being so serious. Y'all realize there's a white man, the man who got 45 years in jail, in prison for stealing the Legos. The man who stole the Legos gets 45 years in jail. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just make sure if that's the one I want to read. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Winston. Yes, okay. Black man. Okay, I want to make sure. There's a white man too who sold Legos, but this is a black man. Winston Love. Don't start with Boshi. I am not American, and I like to think, Boshi, your average American wouldn't dare to think that way. Most of us have moved on. You are going to jail. I'm going to jail? I guess I better. I guess I better learn how to properly drop that soap then. So Winston Love was sentenced to 45. I can't. This sounds like a joke. I'm sorry. Winston Love was sentenced to 45 years in prison and fined 10,000 after a Tarrant County jury found him guilty of organized retail theft. Over a 50-day period in 2025, authorities linked him to thefts across 23 different Targets and retail stores in Texas and Oklahoma, during which he stole over 200 he stole over 200 Lego sets and other merchandise totaling more than 37,000 in stolen goods. The extensive sentence was handed down because Love was a repeat offender with prior outstanding felony warrants. His sentencing was the first jury trial under an updated Texas organized retail theft statute that went into effect on September 1st, 2025. 45 years in prison and fined $10,000 because he stole over 200 Lego sets and other merchandise, but because he had a prior he had a record. Most times have moved differently within the UK compared to the US. There is only 5 years difference between my husband and I, and wow, the difference in the way we grew up is vast. I literally have time right now. Oh, it's okay, Andrea. Don't fucking start with bullshit. Ooh! Andrea said, I got you. Who are you speaking to, Andrea? Oh my gosh! What is happening in the order in the chat? Bailiff. And both said, admits, but only 2 years between me and my lady, and I agree the difference is vast. Whoever. Ooh! God! Andrea thought we had a problem and was ready to defend me like always at Miss S. Bunny. Thank you, Andrea. Just a misunderstanding, I believe. I'm talking to you and your mama. Ooh! Now you know my mama dead. I know I'm playing. I'm playing. My mama is dead, but I know you ain't talking to me. Y'all, this has been a live stream. Look, over 2 hours. Boshi is like laughing and just dying of laughter. Over 2 hours. That's pretty much like how long it just took for the jury to deliberate and find, him guilty. So not very long, right? Juan Gonzalez says blue and black trash. Blue and black trash. Boshi says, like the stream, everyone. Andrea is laughing. Miss S. Bunny once said, Andrea, very well, dear. Love you guys. I love you too, Andrea. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Another live stream. Again, I'm trying to put out, obviously, what I feel as though, obviously my feelings and stuff, whatever, in my opinions, but there are some facts in this, y'all. At the end of the day, we were not there. That's a fact. A fact of the matter is we did not see any video. That's a fact. I mean, again, another live stream where we're going to have to disagree. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Bobby released the footage. Honestly. And people got so many excuses for that. I did a short. They're like, yeah, they're not going to release the footage. That's just not that. The jurors are afraid for their life and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what is going on, y'all? Like, this has got to stop. Like, stop the foolishness. Stop it. Okay. Boshi, sincerely, I fear it won't help. Have a good night, Andrea. Both just have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Thanks, Andrea. Love you. And Miss Bunny, Miss S Bunny, thanks for being in here. I appreciate you. Both says good talk, Miss S Bunny. Thank y'all so much. I will catch y'all on the next one. I appreciate y'all so much. I really want to like go and wash clothes, but I'm like so tired. Both, what should I do? I'm sore as hell. I want to go. I want to go out and wash clothes, and I'm like a little tired. I want to just kind of relax. I haven't eaten anything other than a banana, and I've had a lot of fluids. What should I do, Both? Should I just relax right now? Should I just relax? Um, Miss S, Miss S Bunny one says, "I hope they do release it, but we all know that people will not see the truth on a silver platter." Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Absolutely. Have a good night, everyone. Let's go, Terrence. Eat first, then decide. Lord, if I eat, you know what? You got me on there. Because if I eat, I'm gonna take it on down. Because I be eating, I be like. Terrence, thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you, Miss S Bunny. Well, I appreciate you. I mean, I'm crazy. I like to try to keep it. I know this is a very serious situation. It is, but I'm still, I like to have a little bit of fun. Life is so short. But I do appreciate you. I appreciate people coming in and not calling me a nigger and a racist. Fuck, that really does hurt my feelings. Singular, not plural. See you again at Teresa YouTube. Oh, that's so Moshi. It's been a pleasure to meet you. That is awesome. Teresa, I love you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those gifts. I saw those gifts. I appreciate you. Miss S Bunny wants to say, Moshi, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Okay, awesome. Thank y'all so much for the engagement. Thank y'all for being here. I really do. I really like these. I like these. I want to do some StreamYards. I'm afraid that people are going to come up and show some pornography or something and get my channel like kind of knocked down. So that's why I got to be very, very, very careful with that. But I would love to have like a panel of people that disagree and can actually debate and use their words and wisely and not hate each other. Because I don't hate anybody in here, not even the people that have called me a nigger. And there were several of them tonight. I love you too, all of y'all. Thank you so much, Teresa. God bless you and your beautiful heart. Thank y'all so much. I love that, Miss S Bunny. I love those flags. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you all. I really do appreciate you all so much. I think these are things that we have got to continue to do, to be honest. And even if we don't see eye to eye with things, let's keep. I think every day we need to just keep, trying to understand and learn and want to be better and grow collectively, no black, white, whatever the case may be, whatever race, whatever, background. If you're gay like Wu-Tang, who is afraid to marry me because I have Diddy oil, doesn't matter. You need to all to the side. You need to be able to be understanding and accepting, of things. Boshi, thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you so much. And I will stay safe. I do plan on going. It's going to be hot. It's going to be like even hotter than it was today. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 109, I think. It's going to get up to 109 at one point. So I probably won't wear the sauna suit again, but I might pop that sauna vest on. I have 4 sauna vests, but it's going to get hot. But I Lord willing, if God allows me to wake up, Lord willing, I'm going to work out some more. I'm going to work out some more. But I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for the lights. Thank you, Boshi. God bless you. God bless you all. I will talk to y'all beautiful, amazing, incredible, inspiring people soon, okay? Y'all stay up and stay blessed, all right? Talk to you later. Bye. Bye.